Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to take a sort of beeline, if you will, from Scentsy for a moment and talk about a little mini Walmart wax haul that I just recently did. Walmart, if you weren't aware of, has kind of, well, not Walmart specifically, but Sensationals and Better Homes and Gardens have been upping their wax game, if you will, a little bit. They just recently have started to create some new packaging for their pre-existing sort of wax bars, so we'll take a look at that. There's a few new scents that I picked up, and then they also have in the Better Homes and Gardens what they're marketing as a premium wax blend fragrance line that I have heard all sorts of mixed reviews at this point from various random sites and wax groups that I have followed. So I figured I'd pick them up. We're gonna take a look and sniff them out together. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about the new packaging. So Better Homes and Gardens and Sensationals have been moving away from their, I don't know if I have an old Better Homes and Gardens one now that I think about it. Should have had one out and ready to go. All right, so the old Better Homes and Gardens kind of packaging was kind of like this, all right? The new ones, as they're moving forward, they're trying out this new packaging, it looks like. This is a returning fragrance, but what's cool about this new packaging is that it tells you the scent notes on the packaging. So if you were, now I can't say that the scent notes are going to necessarily match what the wax is going to smell like, because as all of our waxaholics know, sometimes it'll be like, it has eau de parfum, blah, 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 and then it smells like, I don't know, toilet bowl water. So you never know, but I really appreciate that if you're sitting in the store and trying to gauge a scent based on summer fruit medley, you actually have a little bit more detailing on what that is. So I don't know if this is going to be a permanent change or if this is just something they're trying out, but as much as I love having these big vivid pictures, I actually really appreciate having the scent notes. So that's kind of a win in my book. They haven't changed the pricing. These still run for, I believe they're like $2 a clam at Walmart, but your mileage may vary based on where you are. Same thing with Sensationals. The old style Sensationals clam shells kind of look like this. So big picture, the name of their phrase, and like a little cutesy thing like this one, happy home, the in-laws are coming, dun dun dun, womp. Cutesy, fun, but the new one looks kind of like this. Now this one, unfortunately, the Sensationals version does not have the scent notes on the front, which I'm kind of a little bummed about, because if you spent all this time recrafting your front labeling, maybe you should have considered adding scent notes. And they don't have the scent notes inside. However, there is something cool. So if you look carefully down in the bottom, what is this, left? There is a little indicator of what fragrance category this scent is going to be from. So while this doesn't outright tell you the scent notes, it does kind of give you like a little, hey, this is a fruit scent category sort of icon. And if you open the new clamshell, it will actually tell you this fragrance is in the category, in this case, fruit. So that's pretty cool. Again, I would have maybe loved to see, if I had to pick, I would almost say I would have loved if, since I think Rimports makes both of these brands, if I'm not mistaken, I really would have loved to see both the scent notes and the little icon all together, like best of both worlds, but you never know. Anyways, so the 6 scents I believe that are new, or at least new to me, that I found were Groovy Baby, Bubbles. I don't think this is a new one. Fresh Air, now that I'm thinking about it. Wonderland, Coconut Sands, and Passion Fruit Banana. So I know for sure, like, I think 5 of these are new. I don't know about Fresh Air. I feel like I've smelled that one before. But we'll go through these anyways because we have them here. All right, so let's start with Passion Fruit Banana, Bon Voyage Limited Edition. This is described as the fruit fragrance family, and we have a picture of, it looks like dragon fruit, bananas, mangoes, kiwis, passion fruit, some sort of orange on the side. I'm guessing, yeah, you get a whole lot of like citrusy fruit sort of smells. If I were really to categorize this, I think, or at least by Scentsy ways, I would say this is more of like a citrusy scent, more than it is a fruity scent, because the mango and the orange and everything seem to be more the prominent note in this. But I have to say, this is quite a nice scent. You definitely pick up on the mango. I don't get any sort of banana. I get some orange for sure. I don't really smell passion fruit specifically. Maybe there is a banana. Maybe there's like a slight sort of subtle creaminess in the background. But if there is, it's not like headache banana in your face. Yeah, I think the biggest note that I'm actually getting is more of a mango note. Maybe a hint of banana. I'm getting that sort of orangey citrus. I don't think I get kiwi or dragon fruit. Yeah, but it's more of like a mango-based scent, mango orange sort of scent. I really like this on cold, so it'll be curious to see how this performs when it warms. That rhymed unintentionally. Moving on, we have next Coconut Sands. This is a soothing escape. And this is, again, in the fruit fragrance family. Ooh, that's nice, but... Okay, so... if we were going by Scentsy fragrance categories, I would put this in the fresh category, not in the fruit category. I feel like they're putting it in the fruit category because it's coconut, because that's a fruit, but not necessarily based on the scent notes. So your mileage might vary a little bit on these icons in terms of what they're describing it to be potentially. So on cold, this is like a sort of woodsy, fresh coconut scent to me. I would almost put it in the woodsy category now that I think about it. It kind of gives me a little bit of like a sandalwood vibe, or like a woody sort of note to this. You definitely get the coconut. It's not like a creamy coconut. It's more of just like straight up coconut, and then like that sandy, woodsy sort of note, which I'm guessing is some sort of like sandalwood or driftwood. And there's like a freshness to this. Not quite soapy freshness, but I wouldn't also say it's like a fresh air vibe. It does kind of smell like coconut and sand. So I will say, in terms of naming, I definitely think they hit their mark, in at least in cold. But I don't know that I would categorize this as a fruit fragrance. I think if I were, at least in terms of what I've noticed with other scents, I think this would be more of like a fresh or even maybe a woodsy scent, personally. But it's really nice. All right, next we have Groovy Baby. Is that like a nod to Austin Powers? Peachy pink and sweet florals. This is in the floral fragrance family, supposedly. Oh yeah, this is a floral. This is it is a sweet floral. It's light. It's more of a fresh floral rather than a powdery floral, which I really appreciate because I'm not huge on powdery florals. So let's think of, they won't be similar, but if you liked in Scentsy scents like Spring Has Sprung or possibly the Cinderella scent, something that's more of like a fresh floral rather than a powdery floral, you would really enjoy this one. At least on cold, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, it's not juicy, like, so, I'm trying to think in Scentsy sense. Picked for You is more of like a melon, juicy sort of note with the floral. It's not like that. You do pick up the peach. I'm hoping the peach doesn't become nauseating and overpowering, because peach can do this weird sort of scent note thing that I'm not fond of. There's like, it gives me like this reminder of just like a really, really watered down Mickey and Friends, which would be probably tolerable to me, but more floral. Like this is a floral version of that and much softer. So that's interesting. It's definitely, I would say this is a floral. This is a floral. It's more on the fresh side. Again, I've only said that 17 times, but not bad. I don't know if it's, I'm like head over heels about the scent, but not bad. Next one is Wonderland. This is described as berry, apple, and peonies. Oh, back to the peonies. So this is in the floral category, apparently. But is it though? So here's the thing. Peony is at least from my experience, generally speaking, it tends to be a softer floral scent. And it can easily be overwhelmed by other fragrances. It's not something like rose that just, if you put a drop of rose in, everything smells like rose. I wouldn't necessarily categorize this as a floral. I get the berries. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like a mixed berry, like if you go to the restaurant and they're like, mixed berry compote on your pancakes or something. I get the berry note. It's kind of like a blueberry, raspberry sort of hybrid. I do get the apple. And I get like a little bit of a lush dewiness, which I would describe maybe as being from the peonies. But if I just smelled this straight out like this, it smells like lush, juicy berry apple surprise. It doesn't really smell like floral to me. Rimports, if you ever watched any of my reviews, can I maybe give you some suggestions on your fragrance categories? It smells really nice, but I feel like this is more of a fruity scent, fruity berry, watery sort of scent than it is a floral. So keep that in mind. So that's interesting. I feel like this, what would we say? This is more of like a fresh woodsy rather than a fruity scent. And this one is more of like a fruity aquatic versus the floral that they're calling it. But they smell nice. No complaints with that yet. All right, Sensational Bubbles, Unbelievable Freshness. This is in the wind. Fresh category. Oh, what does this smell like? Carpet cleaner? Yeah, so you know this is not a laundry scent. It's soapy for sure. Oh yeah, straight up soap. This is almost like a bar of soap. Like one of those like zest bar soaps, like the white soaps with a non-distinct. It's not like necessarily, what is it, Irish Spring or something, but it gives me that vibe. This is like a fresh bar of soap. So by bubbles, they're meaning like, here, wash your hands with soap. And make sure you sing the happy birthday song twice so that you do it properly. Yeah, this is like just smelling a straight up bar of soap. It smells like soap. If you like the smell of soap, it's definitely fresh. I'll give them that. And then we'll go through Fresh Air. I think I've smelled this before. I think this was just a repackaging. I don't remember smelling this. Maybe I've never smelled this one before. Maybe I'm lying. This is in the also fresh category. Fresh Air. I get a green note. I get an ozone note. I get a hint of soap, like soapiness. Let's pull this out. A little bit of, yeah, soapiness. That weird sort of light green outdoorsy note. Not quite like grass or anything, but there's a light green-ish note in here. And then like an ozone note. So again, this is a little bit more on the soapy side of things. Not straight up bar soap like the other one, but I feel like this kind of reminds me of Febreze. It's not really an authentic fresh air scent, but I would assume this would be a nice freshening scent. Like if you're cleaning your house and you want to put this in, it'll smell nice and fresh alongside of it. But it's not necessarily to me fresh air necessarily, because fresh air to me generally has no distinct aroma. It's just refreshing. That was a terrible description. All right, so those are the ones that I believe are the new ones, or at least most of the new ones. I think there's one I'm missing if that fresh air one isn't new. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay. That was at the store. So, but let's move on to the more interesting thing. So, Better Homes and Gardens came out with this quote-unquote premium wax line. There are 3, 6, 9, 12 different ones. These are described as highly fragranced premium wax blends. And the scent notes, like their other new packaging, are listed on the label. So we can kind of read them and go along with what they are. Now, these don't tell you what category fragrance they're in, but I would guess that you could figure it out by all the different scent notes. So, another side note, these are bigger than the other clamshells. If you take a look and compare, it's 3.5 ounces versus 2.5. And for 3.5 ounces, I think it's like $3 and some change roughly versus $2 for this. So price-wise, they're priced reasonably proportionate. They're not trying to scalp you or anything like that relative to their other line. And I've heard, though, that let's just take this out to look. The wax on the top part is apparently a lot thicker in terms of the pour relative to, here, we'll get a 6-pack of the other one. Come on, out. If you look carefully, the upper part of the pouring is a little bit thicker than the traditional ones that they have. I'll put it side by side, you can kind of see it better. And I've heard that it makes it a little bit more challenging to break the wax cubes. I mean, okay, if we're gonna nitpick on the breakability of a wax cube, I feel like there's bigger fish to fry. There are things called butter knives, or, you know, grip strength, or I don't know. There's wax cutters out there, for heaven's sake, in the candle making business. So if that's your big deterrent for not purchasing these, I respect your opinion, and I will agree to disagree, that being a con in terms of the wax itself. Now, if it doesn't melt as well for some reason, that's a whole nother story. But if you can't break apart your wax clams, can I interest you even maybe in a hammer? Like, if it's that hard. All right, so that being said, let's go through these and just go through the scents and see what they smell like. So this one's called Pineapple and Sea Breeze, now that I've manhandled it enough. It has notes of ocean sea spray, pineapple, honeydew, orange, coconut water, sea salt, orchid, moss, and cedar wood. So we got some ocean notes, we got some fruity notes, we got some fresh notes, and we got some woodsy notes, and a floral. So this is just the kitchen sink in here. Now, to be fair, for those of you thinking, wow, that's a lot of scent notes, most scents are not just one-dimensional. There's usually some top notes, some mid notes, and some bottom notes. Those being the ones that you smell first, the ones that are the main meat and potatoes of the fragrance, and the ones that linger as the scent kind of fades away. So it's not uncommon to see this many different scent notes, but I can say that it is probably a little jarring if you're not used to expecting that many notes in one scent. So, without further ado, let's smell it. I get the sea salt for sure. Oh, there's the pineapple. All right, so we're gonna assume that they're labeling the scent notes from top to mid to bottom. okay? And I would guess, because they don't actually specify that's what they're going for. Because the first things I'm smelling are the Ocean Sea Spray, like a salty sort of watery note, and the pineapple. Those are the first things that hit my nose. Then I do get a little bit of the dewy honeydew, a hint of the orange. I don't know if I get coconut water specifically. I don't feel like coconut water is a particularly strong scent. I think it gives a little bit more of a body to the fruity notes, but I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way and be like, ooh, coconut water. It kind of gives this scent a little bit of a not quite suntan lotion smell. So if you smelled like Better Homes and Gardens by the pool, that one's a lot more like just straight up suntan lotion. But it gives a slight vibe of that. I do get the sea salt. I do not get any orchid in this. No, maybe a floral. I feel like they're pushing it with that one. And then moss and cedarwood. No, I don't know if I really get moss and cedarwood as prominent notes. I feel like maybe by the end of warming, you'd probably smell those. Yeah, so I would say right out the gate, this is a sort of aquatic, sea salty, pineapple-y scent. Akin to like a hybrid of like Mahalo coconut meets By the Sea. Those are Scentsy scents. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I like it. It's definitely nice. It definitely smells a little bit more complex than maybe some of their other fragrances, but that could also just be because I can see all the different scent notes. It's a nice scent though. It's definitely, I would say it's more of a fresh sort of scent, more than a fruity scent, but you do get that pineapple note. That was a lot of description for one bar. All right, let's go faster, Johnny. Next, we have lavender and moss. This one is lavender, fresh moss, green, wood, and peppercorn scent. So that's green, comma, wood, and peppercorn. All right, so I get lavender. I don't know if I get moss. I get like a earthy sort of note, so I guess that is kind of what moss does in a scent. So you get a lavender earthy note. There is a green note to this. I get a little bit of the peppercorn spice. Actually, I think I get more wood than I get green. I would say I get lavender, sort of an earthy, woodsy note, and then like a hint of peppery at the ends of the sniff, if you will. This is really nice. It's definitely more of a, almost like a not quite cologne sort of scent, but more along that lines because of you have the woods and the peppercorn and that earthy moss sort of note. It gives it almost like a more cologne-y lavender scent rather than a floral or an herbal medicinal lavender. Like if this was like a cologne or something, I might actually wear this. It's quite nice. That's a pretty nice lavender scent. Remember, these are all in cold sniff too, so I might warm these and be like, ah, this happened before. Next we have lemon balm and cedar. This is described as lemon, orange, ivy, neruli, jasmine, lemon balm, sandalwood, cedarwood, and musk. So we've got, in our notes, we've got some citrus, we've got some floral, and then we have woodsy musk. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. I get the lemon orange blend. I don't know that I necessarily get ivy at all. Yeah, I don't get ivy in this, so that's not real. I mean, it could be, but I don't smell it. I'm not sure what neroli is going to smell like, but I think it's like one of those citrusy based scents. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Could be a floral, I don't know. I don't think I get jasmine in this either. Lemon balm, I mean, I get lemon notes, so I would assume that that's just an addition of lemon. Sandalwood, I do get a hint of the cedar wood. And there is a slight musk to this. This one, this scent, reminds me... what is that scent that we had? This reminds me of a less woody version of our scent from Scentsy, Sunrise with Friends. It was part of our Find Your Happy collection. It was the orange one. That one was very much a like citrusy sort of orangey note scent with driftwood as the main like other note, and you really picked up both of those. This is very similar in composition to that, but without the wood notes. Like, it's more of a musky note rather than a wood note. So it's like an orangey, citrusy musk with like a lemon hint. It's really nice. It's not the same. It's not going to be a dupe by any means for that scent, but it's, if you smelled that one, it's a similar sort of citrusy note, but it's definitely more on the citrus component and then musk. All right, let's move on. White Peach and Daisy. This one is described as Granny Smith apple, white peach, bergamot, daisy, rainwater, melon, cassis, lemongrass, and amber scent notes. That's a lot. So we've got fruity, citrus, floral, aquatic, fruity, cinnamon, lemongrass, and amber. Oh man, what a scent. Okay. So I get the peach. I have a feeling I'm not going to be fond of this scent. I get some of the bergamot. Rainwater, melon. What type of melon? Is this like yellow, orange melon? Yellow melon. Is this like a cantaloupe melon? No, I'm gonna guess it's honeydew or like a juicy melon. And I think the melon's in here more for like the watery note with the rainwater. I do get like a summer rain sort of aquatic note to this. Lemongrass? Maybe a very faint hint of it. I'm also not sure I'm getting amber in this either. Granny Smith apple. I don't know, maybe it's the combination of the peach with the Granny Smith and then the bergamot, but I'm getting like a weird citrusy peach. Like a bergamot is kind of like a, almost like a limey sort of scent, lemony, limey sort of like weird in between that sort of scent note to me. So I find it interesting that that's in here, but it gives that sort of like brightness in the citrus that's not necessarily an orangey note. This is a very interesting scent. I'm not, there's a slight perfuminess to this. I don't know if it's the mix of the peach or the daisy, or maybe even the cassis in here, because I don't necessarily inherently smell a cinnamony sort of scent. I'm not a fan of this one. It kind of gives me a sophisticated, perfumey sort of scent vibe. Yeah, not a fond fan of this one. I think it's also because I'm not just in general a fan of peach, but it's not overwhelmingly obnoxious to me, but I'm not particularly like wowed by this. And I'm surprised because I do like daisy and I do like a lot of the other scent notes. But peach and then the cassis, I don't know why they would throw like a cassis is cinnamon, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not particularly a fan of that one. All right, next moving on, we have Amber and Rose. Why do I pick up rose scents to torture myself? All right, this is described as citrus, berry, floral, amber, wood, vanilla, and sugarcane. But surprisingly, they don't say rose. Wow. Oh man, please tell me. Ooh, I don't pick up rose in this. I really like this more than I was expecting. I do get a berry note. I do get the amber right out the gate. There's like a sweetness, which I'm guessing is from the sugar cane. Not quite cloyingly sweet, but you get that sort of sugary sweetness in the background. There is a slight creaminess to this. I do get like a slight citrus on the front part of this, but it's not the prominent note. Like it's like wow. It's like an amber berry sugary note with a like a citrusy bite that gives like a slight tartness. I don't really get rose out of this, honestly. Which I'm not mad about. I think it's definitely some sort of floral in there. Slight perfumey floral, but it's really not the heavyweight. This kind of reminds me a little bit of like, if you like scents like Pink Haze or Sugar from Scentsy. Or if you liked Cotton Candy Cloud from one of the Walmart ones. There's similar scent notes to that. I'm pleasantly surprised with this one. It's not quite cozy cardigan level, but it has like a coziness to it. Oh, there's the floral. Yeah, it's not like in your face rose. I was expecting this to be like straight up amber and rose, and this is so far from what I expected. In a good way. All right, we got 7 more. Let's do this. Pineapple and vanilla, with the first scent note being lemon. Lemon, verbena, pineapple, blackcurrant, jasmine, listia, I don't know what that is, I think that's a flower, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. What? What is this scent? It smells like bananas. I get pineapple. Oh, it's the vanilla. Pineapple and vanilla. It's like a creamy pineapple scent more than it's like vanilla. But I feel like once the pineapple fades, you'll get a lot of vanilla in this scent. I don't get lemon. Or verbena, thank goodness. Black currant. I don't really get a currant note from this. Jasmine. No. Listia, I don't know what that is, so I couldn't tell you if I smell it or not. I may get a little bit of sandalwood, but I'm mainly getting a creamy pineapple, musk, and vanilla. Maybe a little bit of lemon now that I'm smelling it more. Yeah, I would say that of all these notes, the big ones that I'm smelling are creamy pineapple, even though they just call it pineapple. That's the vanilla mixed in. Pineapple, musk, vanilla, maybe a hint of sandalwood, and a little bit of lemon. It's a more muted scent than like a fresh pineapple sort of scent. So if you're looking for like a biting citrus pineapple, fruity pineapple, this isn't it. This is very much more of a mellow sort of pineapple note. I'll be curious to see how this pans out. And there's no coconut in this, which is surprising because I feel like everyone puts coconut with every pineapple scent. So, all right, next we have Sage Leaf and Musk. This is, very few scent notes. Sage, musk, green, and herbal. Wait, sage, musk, green, herbal, floral, and wood scent notes. So that's not very descriptive. Oh man, what does this remind me of? This isn't a dupe, but oh man, this reminds me of Scentsy's Rustic Lodge, but with more of like a tree note. Like you definitely get like, it's a pine, I want to say. Some sort of green tree note in this. I think it's pine. I'm pretty sure it's pine. I do get a little sage. There is definitely muskiness in this. There's an herbal sort of note. I don't really get floral. There's an earthy, woodsy vibe. So if you like to scent like Rustic Lodge from Scentsy, yeah, but like more pine based, yeah, this would be a scent for you. Or if you like some of those more like, I don't really smell tobacco sort of scent in this, but if you like the more tobacco sort of earthen, like pipey sort of smells, you might really like this scent as well. Very masculine scent. Very woodsy. Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like tobacco leaf note or something in here. So like the herbal component to it. That's really good. That and it's kind of ironic that it's similarly colored to Rustic Lodge from Scentsy, but it's not the same. I still think I like Rustic Lodge more, even on cold. We'll see how this warms, but it's given me that sort of vibe with more of a pine sort of hint. All right, next we have Salted Caramel and Vanilla Bean. Ugh. This is going to be sea salt, caramel, vanilla bean, buttercream, and sugarcane. And it is just that. Ooh, what is that? I get the salty note, the sea salt note. I get the buttercream. I get caramel. I do get vanilla bean. I think buttercream is definitely the stronger scent in here, and caramel. So I would almost call this more of like a caramel buttercream with a hint of sea salt and like a vanilla base. Yeah, you definitely get the buttercream note in this. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. This is a very rich scent. I wouldn't say it's cloyingly sweet. It is definitely sweet, but it's not like candy sweet. It's like very rich bakery gourmand sort of sweetness. Like you just got a bunch of cupcakes with this sort of frosting on it, and you got rid of the cupcake part of the cupcake and just started shoveling the buttercream into your mouth and drizzled it with like hot fresh caramel. That's literally what it is. Yeah, I mean, there's very few scent notes in this, but they're pretty accurate, at least on cold. So that's that. I don't know how, we'll see how I like that one. Next, we have salted coconut and mahogany. I'm curious. This is described as citrus, herbal, wood, coconut, and vanilla scent notes. So just a side pause. Maybe they're just trying out the differences on the different packaging, but I find it funny that something like our pineapple sea breeze from the beginning has like 17,000 notes, like every single one fleshed out, and then we've gotten to the ones where they're just like notes of citrus, herbs, and woods, like nondescript. What's going on here? All right, anyways. Oh, this smells so good. I love it already. You get the mahogany, and you get that coconut. Oh my goodness gracious. This reminds me of, oh, I wish I had a bar of it. So Better Homes and Gardens released a limited edition when they first released it. It was a mahogany and sandalwood, I want to say. This smells almost identical to that, but you have more of a coconut note and a hint of vanilla. But otherwise, they're very similar. So if you liked or loved that one, you will probably love this one, unless you don't like coconut. But you do get that same sort of mahogany vibe. Oh my goodness, this is great. Vanilla, I do get some vanilla in this. I don't really get citrus. I don't know if I get herbal either. I do get woody, I get the coconut, and I get the vanilla. And I love this scent. And I really hope this performs well, because then I'll just stock up on it. Because it smells so good. Okay, well that's by far my favorite of all the ones I've sniffed so far. Without a doubt. All right, we have 3 more. This is Apricot Blossom and Bergamot. This is described as bergamot, currant, green, apricot blossom, fruit, amber, wood, and musk. And this was like the half and half label. Like we started with labeling every single thing and then we just decided, whatever, just put the whole category in. All right. Ooh, this is a good one too. I get the apricot. I get a bergamot note to it, for sure. I don't really get wood in this. There is a little bit of a muskiness. I do get amber. And I'm not sure I get currant specifically. Let me see. And someone is yelling outside. They need to calm down. Maybe we should just yell back at them. I'm filming! Yeah, so I get apricot or apricot blossom. I do get an amber note to this. I do get the bergamot. There is a hint of green and a musk. I don't know if I get a woodsy note specifically. And fruit, other than apricot, I think is just like this sort of warm amber apricot musk with some bergamot. This is really nice on cold. It seems like it's going to be a lighter scent though, but we'll find out. I don't know. Overall, these scents have been so far pretty interesting, at least. Next, we have Pomegranate and Citron. This is Pomegranate Citron, Pink Lady Apple, Red Currant, Persimmon, Sugar Crystals, Violet, and Vanilla scent notes. Whoa, what is this? This is a fruity scent. But it's like a tart fruity scent. You get the pomegranate. I get a citrusy, citron-y sort of smell. Persimmons, I do get a red currant. It's not the forerunner because pomegranate is pretty strong, but it's there. I do get a slight sugary note. I don't get vanilla. I don't know if I get violet either. Maybe a hint of violet. Now that I think about it, there's a slight powdery floral in there. Pink Lady Apple, yeah, I do get like a juiciness. I don't necessarily know that I would be like, oh my gosh, there's apple in here. It's more of like a juicy sort of note that it's bringing. Mostly I get more of like pomegranate, citron, red currant, persimmons. Yeah, that's an interesting scent. It's very like tart citrus fruity. I don't know. It'll be curious to see how that performs and warms. All right, and the last one that I picked up is Palo Santo in Violet. I believe Palo Santo is like this with this wood sort of note or something, or woodsy sort of scent. Please feel free to correct me in the comments. I by no means am an expert on every scent note. This is described as citrus, oriental, violet, woods, amber, and sweet. Okay. I do get that very interesting Palo Santo sort of wood note. I get amber. There is a sweetness to this that's a little bit jarring to me. Trying to think of what this reminds me of. It almost smells like a little bit like molasses. Which is, it doesn't, but like a woody molasses. I don't really get citrus per se. I do get like a spicy, I guess what they're calling oriental, like an Eastern sort of spices vibe. It's kind of musky, woody, amber. Yeah, this is an interesting scent. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It's definitely an interesting scent. I'm actually having trouble trying to describe this to you guys and girls. It's very earthy, sort of musk woods with like a sweet tone to it, that like sort of ambery tone. I don't really get violet other than like the powdery kind ofness that a violet can sometimes have in the scent. That's very interesting. I'm at a loss of description for that one. Has anyone else tried this scent? Please let me know what this smells like to you guys. Describe it to me. That's so interesting. All right, well, that's enough. I think my nose is inflamed at this point. It's like, too many scent notes. Hopefully this was informative though. You found some interesting things in this. Let me know if any of these sounded really interesting to you, if you've tried any of them. Have you had any wax breaking issues in terms of like getting them to break into cubes? I mean, I don't think I'll have an issue because I'm big on fitness, but you never know. So let me know. I'm always curious. And also, the other little ones that we sniffed through earlier, let me know if you end up seeing these or try any of these and what you think about them. I always like trying different new wax scents, and it doesn't really matter the brand. I love Scentsy. Obviously, I'm a consultant, but that doesn't stop me from trying other brands and appreciating them as well. So, hope this video was exciting. I'm going to end it here because it's probably already a really long video. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and until I see you next in our next video. I do have an empties video coming up at some point, and stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.